Ave Maria, welcome back to No Apologies. I'm Brother Joseph, and we continue with our look at indulgences. There are many misconceptions about indulgences, and we want to address a few of those today. The first is that a person can buy forgiveness with indulgences. We point out that in the very definition of indulgence, it is the remission of punishment due to sins that have already been forgiven. So indulgences deal with penalties, not with guilt, and that's why it can neither be said that they are a permission to commit sin. Forgiveness of sin comes through repentance. It doesn't matter how many indulgences I try to gain, if that repentance hasn't taken place, then the indulgences are of no avail. So sins must be forgiven, and then the mercy of an indulgence sought after. Another misconception is that indulgences were invented by the Church as a way of raising money. And there is no denial that there are at times in the history of Church abuses concerning indulgences, not only with money but also in other ways, such as excessive indulgences being granted by ambitious prelates, or as a substitution of a mercenary penitent who was hired to gain indulgences to cover one's own crimes. But the abuse through the malice of men doesn't render the thing in itself unholy or wrong. And the fact is that in all of the cases wherever abuse was found, correction and discipline was insisted on by the Church. Some examples of this include St. Cyprian, also at the Fourth Lateran Council in 1215, Pope John the 22nd and Boniface the 9th, and most recently Pius V in 1567, who at the Council of Trent reprimanded those responsible for the current abuses and cancelled all indulgences which were in any way involved with fees or other financial transactions. But even there, we insist that it was not the indulgence itself, but the abuse. The indulgence itself, while it had been turned into a trafficking, was simply the giving of alms to a charitable foundation or fund. The Catholic Encyclopedia writes this: "It's easy to see how abuse has crept in. Among the good works that might be encouraged by being made the condition of an indulgence, almsgiving would naturally hold a conspicuous place. It is well to observe that in these purposes there is nothing essentially evil. To give money to God or to the poor is a praiseworthy act, and when it is done from right motives, it will surely not go unrewarded." And this also touches upon one of the other motives for the Church's granting of an indulgence. Besides the loosening of the bonds that are preventing souls from entering heaven, indulgences are a means of encouraging the faithful to acts of prayer, to good works, and to penance. By fulfilling a prescribed work to gain an indulgence, good habits are formed and grace is won. Some indulgences are even attached to the study of the faith, such as reading the Bible or the Catechism, or studying the lives of the saints. All of these enlighten souls to God's revelations, confirm them in the path of virtue and in their love for Him, so as to be fortified against the snares that are found in this life, and so to more surely one day arrive at the banquet hall in His kingdom. So thanks for joining me here on No Apologies. Ave Maria.